Hi everyone, this is Criscara Salamea reporting for New York, Mexico TV. We have JT with us that we're going to be interviewing. He's a casting director and a casting manager.
Casting director and talent manager, but yes,
right?
Everyone gets it wrong, it's okay.
He has a production named JT Talent. Now tell us more about this production that you have in which it casts, right? It casts actors and actresses for your movies.
Right, well, I'm a talent manager and a casting director. I've been doing this for over 12 years. I've cast over 74 feature films, videos, commercials, and the whole thing. I have a lot of amazing talent that I work with as well. And I'm actually doing 6 films right now. And I got 2 studio films that I'm working on. And, you know, I love what I do.
I actually saw some of the trailers that you have for the movie The Lake on Clinton Road.
Right, the Lake on Clinton Road. There's a story on that one. That was with Deshaun Hardy, who directed it. And basically what happened was Deshaun, he's an ex-NFL player, and he's a good friend of mine. He used to model for me back in the day, and he contacted me about 8, 9 months ago, and he's like, listen, JT, I got this film. It's going to be incredible. It's a horror movie. I want you to cast it. So I got together one of the most amazing casts you've seen in a long time, and they went away for 4 weeks into this house on the lake and filmed this horror movie. And what you saw was the trailer.
Yeah. Tell us more of some other productions, movies that you have.
Well, Long Shot Louie, which you guys will be covering the Monday night party. Long Shot Louie is with Steve Stanulis, who's produced it, and he's the star. And you have John Bianco from The Sopranos, who's directing it. And we just wrapped it up. You got Joey D'Onofrio in there, Danny Provenzano, one of my favorite actors. I mean, you got some really amazing people in there. And I was able to work on the cast with that. And I was really happy when Steve and John came to me and asked me if I would cast a project. And it's going to be a great film. Another one that I'm working on, which is my personal film, I'm producing and I'm casting it, is called Crimson. And it's what really goes on behind the red carpet. It's with Adrian Sinclair. Adrian, it took a while for him to get things going because he just had a baby, which good for him.
Congratulations.
But anyway, Adrian Sinclair is one of the most incredible guys. And he came to me with this feature film, and it was so much work. And I was like, listen, let's just do a short just to see how it goes. So we got all that. Nick's in it. He doesn't know it yet, but Nick is in it. Nick Scucciamaro. He's in it. All right. And then I also have Courtney Turner. Anita Clay is another one who's in it, who's one of my best actresses. James Lentini is letting us know. Our lead is the one and only 7-time boxing champion, Ronnie the Rottweiler. He's actually going to be playing a very good role in it. He's playing a cop, so I think he'll be excited, you know, to do that as well. But yeah, that's going to be a good film. We just completed Nightbird, which is another movie which Rich Rossi and Damian Chapa did it. We had an amazing cast and crew, and that was a fun movie. I'm also going to be doing, well, you met Nick Scucciamaro.
Yeah.
I'm going to be casting his movies, but Nick's movie that we're going to be doing is going to be Morning at Charles Street. It's going to be a play that we're going to be working on eventually.
Right.
And he already mentioned about Anita Clay. Another thing that I'm going to be dealing with, which is good, I deal with a lot of charities. So I'm working on a lot of charities to raise money for films and to raise money for stuff, and we're donating certain money to charity. We have one tomorrow with Andy Troy, which is going to be to Sandy, to actually, you know, help rebuild part of Staten Island, and we have the fire department and Tony Ray Rossi. Also, Morning on Charlotte Street was another film that I worked on, which is a short that I cast. But a little bit of news, which I haven't really told a lot of people yet. The way my company got started is I met a girl about 12 and a half years ago named Courtney Turner, and she was amazing. And we hit it off immediately, and we decided to build a company together. Anyway, after, you know, her moving to LA 4 years and she's working on a project or whatever, she's doing a movie on disability. And I will be casting it. Her other movie, she has Stephen Baldwin directing. So there's a lot of great things going on.
What's the name of that movie?
The one that she's doing? Well, it's called Phoenix. but she
Yes.
might change the name.
Okay.
You know, and the other thing is with Frank Callow, I got to plug him. Frank Callow is my director, and he's a very close friend of mine. And he did a movie called Pay It Forward, which I had nothing to do with. I just helped with the marketing. And I actually have it in the hands of NBC right now through my boy Russ and Bill. And they're looking at it and seeing if there's anything they can do with it. But Frank hired me to do Eyes of the King, which is a gang movie, and also Johnny Postal. And Johnny Postal, I'm going to be casting, and we already have like some really big names attached to that one as well. I want to do a comedy, a real comedy. I am so tired of doing the mob movies. It's ridiculous. It's like almost every mob movie you can just have my name attached. So what happened was with Crimson, I'm excited because it's going to be a club movie, and it's going to be the real story what goes on behind the red carpet. You know, Frank's movie's got a little bit of, you know, comedy here and there. Nick's movie, what do you call it, A Right Path, that's going to help people. That's going to send a message. So you see, I'm excited about these films. Horror movies, my fourth one I did was The Lake on Clinton Road. That was my fourth one, and you know what? It's my best horror movie I ever did.
Wow, I can tell by the trailer. It's very, very aggressive. I mean, I like it. I like the vibe that's in there. I believe it.
Oh yeah, I mean, you know, I love just keep making films, and you know, it's exciting. I also did a movie called Speed Dragon, which is actually going to be out, and it may be in theaters soon. And I did that with my director Dan Frank, and Brittany Andrews, and even Ron Jeremy was in it. No, it's not an adult film, but basically what it is it's about a rock star and what happens to the rock star and all the things that go on with him. But we got a great cast, and it was filmed in LA and also in New York.
Very good. Now, I see that you also are going to have a TV episode. They're going to be released on American Prime TV. The name is The Psychotics. Tell us more about this TV show.
Psychotics, that's a great question. Psychotics is getting directed by Ken Kushner, and his partners Robert and Mike. Sorry guys, I can't pronounce your last names. But it's going to be incredible. And it's going to be 12 episodes. We're filming this first pilot, which is going to be the first episode, and then we're going to film that in February. It's supposed to do it in January, but now we're going to do it in February. And amazing cast and crew that we got in there. And I'm excited, and I'm in it too.
Very good.
I get killed, which is what I want.
Okay, so this is going to be on Dish Network. Do
It's
you
going to
know
be,
the time yet?
APTV
APTV, right.
is American
Prime
Primetime Television, which Ken, his partners, along with Lino, they're the ones that sort of control that APTV, where they have boxing on there now and a bunch of different things. Now, the thing with APTV, which is APTV, Dish Network is going to use that channel on Dish Network. So when people turn on Dish Network eventually, they'll be able to see APTV. Stories of a Story, the trailer is already on APTV, which is another thing that I cast that George and Ken directed, Ken Kushner.
Very good. Is there any other way like people could help you to fundraise and for your release parties and all of these different things that you're doing?
Well, what I do is I invite a lot of celebrities out because that's a draw. I have friends of mine who own liquor companies. Dennis Hint, and Nick's looking for you. Anyway, you know we love you, Dennis. But anyway, my friend's the marketing guy, Ernest and John, for Tequila Company, and they give me bottles whenever I need them, ASAP. And I also have my other friend, Jose, but he owns a vodka company, and he also owns a cognac company. And, you know, whenever I need stuff, they always take care of me. So, you know, I appreciate that. So that helps with fundraising. Also, I got amazing artists that I deal with. I mean, I'm managing, etc. I have the KO Chicks and some really great people. Mm-hmm. And what I'm doing is they're willing to help me fundraise as far as like performing. And there's Essence, who's an amazing recording artist. She was actually in the horror movie. She helped me get one of our cast members, Anthony, who she got me, who was one of the leads, actually.
Very good. Now, I would like to ask you, do you have a website for JT Talent?
Well, that's the strange thing. I had a website a while back, and I took it down. So what happened was, what you see is jttalent.info. That's a marketing tool for the actors, so if they need certain things, they can go there, and they can come in and help me. And that's what that is. But as far as my website, no. You can go to Facebook, and you could see under John Thomas, you'll see my banner, JT Talent. But you can also go to Facebook and type in JT Talent, and I have my own Facebook for JT Talent, you know, on there. And, you know, there's a lot of stuff that I'm going to start adding more stuff and start building more stuff to it. But, you know, I wanted to talk a little bit about Chelsea Manor because we're going to be going there in a little bit. Chelsea Manor, it was the funniest thing. I booked my birthday last year at Chelsea Manor. And what happened was I didn't know anybody really. And I mean, actually the year before, because it was 2 times. And I met this guy who came up to me, and it was like 450 people. I had a TV station, everything was great. A lot of celebrities. I even had Kelly LeBrock there from Weird Science. And this guy came up to me and he said, hey, you know, can I buy you a drink for your birthday? And I didn't know who he was, and this was almost 2 years ago. And I said, well, it'd be great because I want to raise money for the owner. And he was the owner. And ever since that day, we've been very close. And he's always, you know, helped me out. He owns Star also. And we hold a lot of celebrity and red carpet events there. And we actually did the awards for, because I sponsor a lot of film festivals.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, Al, he's a great guy.
Very good. Now, we would like to go with you to Chelsea.
Yes.
That's the name, right?
Yes, it's Chelsea Manor. And let's see, Alex, if I say it right, it's Alex Portiso. And it, or Port now. No, Portiso. Portiso. Alex Portiso. And he has a manager named Joe, and along, you're going to meet Deanna. Wow. When you meet her, she's incredible. She's one of the new managers. So you're going to be interviewing her today as well. And Adrian Sinclair should be there too, talking about Crimson and what's going on with that. And Frank Callow, he should be there, hopefully, because he's taking care of something. Because Frank Callow needs a drink. And let me tell you about Frank Callow. I met him through my sister. And the way I met Frank Callow is a long time ago at a festival in Jersey. I met Frank, and we've been close ever since. And I've never worked with him before until about 4 years ago when he said, listen, I got this film that I need a little help with. I got him 65 people. I'm not going to mention the name because they didn't put me in the credits, but that wasn't Frank's fault. But anyway, when I did that, I got him everybody he needed as far as like the extras and maybe a couple of other people scattered around. And he was so impressed. And then he hired me for Johnny Postal. And then we've been very close ever since. I mean, we were friends before, but we really got close in the past 4 or 5 years.
Okay, very good.
And you're going to be interviewing him next week. And hopefully we'll see him tonight. But between Johnny Postal, Liza the King, and he has another one he's working on as well. And not to mention a Right to Live. He's our lawyer on the project too. And wait, I gotta say it. He's also got a role in the film, and he did great. He played an abusive father, and amazing. It was so real. We almost had to call the police. But yeah, no, I've got a lot of good stuff. You know, I'm thankful. You know, and I really am happy. And this year, I plan to do a lot of movies, and I plan to really, really make things happen heavy. And I'm working like day and night, 24/7.
All right, okay, so we can definitely say that we're enthusiastic to finally get to see your movies. Please let us know when they're going to be out.
Right, and also, I'm just going to show you something. I'll get up for 1 second. If I don't get... Now it turns into a comedy show. This is the magazine I sponsor. And this is Vinnie Vella. This is this is Rich Rossi. Okay, warrants are out. I mean, people are looking for him. He's a good guy. He's a producer. He's actually working on a big thing. This is Olga. Olga owns Pop and Preska. This is one of my best friends right here. She is the most amazing, sweetest, incredible person you ever met. And I'm going to show you something. This is my new movie that I'm casting called Saving Little Italy. And it's starring Vinnie Vella, who's producing it. And it's not a reality show. It's basically looks like it, but it's not a reality show. And this, if we go into it just a little bit, you could see the article. That's my sister. That's Courtney. That's me with a couple of great people.
Tell us more. Who
is everybody?
Yeah.
Oh, this is going to be fun. This is me. That's my sister Courtney Turner, who is an incredible producer and actress. This is Steve Dash, who's my client, Jason from Friday 13th Part 2. That's Tony Lobianco right there. This is somebody who's a political, who just jumped in it. No, I'm just kidding. He's a political guy, but this is for the Roy Ennis. I do the CORE because I'm a member of CORE for racial equality. And that little guy right there, that's the famous Frank Callow. This is the man right here. Now this is Anna. Anna DeVillages owns a very big dance company, and there's me right next to her. And then when we turn the page, that's me and Kelly LeBrock. They did an article on that. Compliments of Rob Klein, who's my press guy. Okay. And there's Ronnie the Ratweiler, Brimstone the pro wrestler. That's me and Michael Madsen, me and Andrew. I don't know if you know who this is, but this is the guy from 10 Things I Hate About You. There's me, Rosario Dawson, and Sonia Curtis, who's one of my clients. And then this is the last one. This one right here. This is when I judged a dance competition. And we got some great people here. That's Keisha from Basketball Diaries. There's Anna right there with me. And this is the girl from Flow Riders who does the music.
Nice.
But this is going to be Incredible Magazine. And what I want to do with you great people is I'm going to set you up with a meeting with Olga. And what we're going to do, we're going to have you guys in here and then have you video so we help each other. Because Olga is one of the most incredible people, amazing painter, and I can't say enough. I'll be talking like forever. Yeah. That's all right there. Whoops, sorry. And there she is right there.
Very good work she has.
Oh, she's incredible. Well, I have no problem saying it because you can Google it. When I was younger and I was a kid, at 18 years old, I kind of found out what my name meant. So picture being in a room with a lot of people, about 20 or 30 people, hanging out, having a good time, and this and that and the other thing. You're 18 years old, and then next thing you know, you're watching Monty Python, The Life of Brian. And what they say is your name in a very different way. John Thomas in England means penis.
Okay, now we can know why you changed your name.
Yes. So when I moved to New York 12 years ago, over 12 years ago, and I found out, I knew what it meant actually. It figures one of my first clients happened to be from England, and they were like, "Oh, you bloody penis." And then I just couldn't take it anymore, so I said, "Yeah, just call me JT." And that's it, and that's why I stuck with JT Talent. But you know, the one thing that I gotta say, I've been fortunate enough because, you know, I worked so hard, and it's always good that I meet like really great people. And the thing is that I'm getting a lot of films, like over and over again, movie at the movie. But I'm really excited about Frank Callow's work and Nick's work, and I'll tell you why. I'm not suicidal until tonight after we drink, but
So then don't drink too much.
But I'm also an energy healer. And I've also, since I was a kid, I've been raised for energy as far as like I'm able to read people and understand what makes them tick. And the one thing that I really got excited about when Nick told me about the film was the paycheck. I'm just kidding. Was this. Because that's true. And you know what? There's not even a joke about it. This means everything because everyone needs to have a second chance. And you know, the thing is that I don't know what I would have done if I, you know, didn't meet Courtney, because, you know, I was never really into drugs. But, you know, the thing is that, you know, I was doing sales and all kinds of things. But then when I met her, you know, we built a company together. But this is not just going to be a movie. This is actually something that we're trying to save lives. We're trying to take people that are thinking about doing things and making them not. You know, and Nick told you his story, obviously, about what went on and so on. So this is something that, you know, I hold very dear to my heart, along with, you know, doing Frank Callow's films as well. And, you know, I'm really glad that Frank's directing it because I know it'd be a success.
Yeah.
Although I do want some say for the cast, Frank, but but we love him. But, you know, the thing is that there's a lot of casting directors out there. I mean, big names. And I'm not a big name. But what happens is I'm actually getting up to that level because those same casting directors that look down on me are actually coming up to me now asking me, can you help me cast? And that's something that, you know, really makes me excited because it shows that I'm actually doing something and people are noticing it. Because remember, the first couple of years in this business, like, I don't know if I explained, but you know, people didn't even think that I was real. But now, after everything that's going on, they're seeing everything, and I'm getting referrals. I don't advertise. It's all referrals, and I really don't like. I'm only going to take people, you know, unless if they say, you know, JT, can you meet this one? Can you meet that one? And you know, I could tell talent right away, and I could tell what people are really about, and that's why I'm just trying to be very careful on everything I do and what I say.
Exactly.
That's why the interview's got to be thrown out. No, I'm just kidding. But, you know, that's pretty much, you know, as far as that. As the Long Shot Louie, you guys are going to be here on Monday. That's going to be incredible.
Right.
Because if you see what went into it, and it's kind of a real story with a twist, so you'll meet the people behind it, and they'll tell you why they even did this film. You know, but, you know, as far as that, like A Murder, he mentioned, that one's actually turning into a feature. So they went to LA to try to pitch it.
Right.
Nick had a great role in there. And, God, there's so many other movies. Bloodline, I played the evil talent agent. And I actually got knocked out in it, and we got standing ovation. We did the red carpets.
Right, yeah.
And I have the film festival coming in a couple of months, which I'll invite you to as well, that I sponsor. And there's one in February, too.
Well, we can see the hard work definitely pays off. We would love to go to the event right now that we're going to go to Chelsea Manor.
Well, that's the best part. There is no event. We're making our own.
Oh, you see? That's even better.
No, I'm bringing you there to chill, to have a good time, get a couple of drinks, and that's it. And then my guys will come, you do some interviews, and we're just going to chill, and you get to see the man behind everything as far as like doing events, red carpets, running 2 nightclubs, and his new manager is actually in my film. Her name is Deanna, and when you see her, you'll love her. She's incredible. Her and her husband have a place in Connecticut. They got an Italian, I think it's an Italian restaurant or something, but incredible. So yeah, we're gonna go over there. We're gonna have some fun, and you know, we did miss the Asian party, but that's okay. Agent, not Asian, but I would prefer Asian. But yeah, when you interview Frank, he's going to fill you in more about that. There's just certain things I could say about Johnny Postal and certain things I can't.
Okay, thank you so much for your interview. Now, one more time, can you please let us know where to contact you?
Okay, well, if you want to contact me, it's JT Talent. Your best bet is just go to Facebook. Just type in JT Talent and look for my banner that says JT Talent. Or you could just go to John Thomas. Just John Thomas, and then you'll see JT Talent, my banner, and that's it. The website you don't even have to worry about because that one's getting changed.
Thank you so much, viewers, for coming with us and having this wonderful interview with JT. It was a pleasure to have you on our show. My name is Cruzkaya Salamea, reporting for New York, Mexico TV.